Minnesota Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer had his first Victory Monday press conference of the season after the Vikes put it on the Seahawks 30-17 at historic US Bank Stadium. Here are a couple of takeaways and translations from some of the questions that the media jackals threw at Zim. First up on the defense, Chris Thomason, Vikings coach Mike Zimmer. Defensively, once we settled down, the Vikings played better. He said the Vikings tried to do too much on defense early in the game. And Zimmer and Patterson and Little Zim and everyone need to figure out how they're going to stop teams in the first half, because you saw it against Cincinnati, you saw it against Arizona and Seattle. First half, not so great for the Vikings defense. And you do have veterans on that side of the ball. You do have a ton of talent, and they played well in spurts, especially the second half against Arizona and Seattle. But they need a full team game. Like, if this defense can get back into the top 10, maybe even top 5, and if the offense keeps humming along, this team is going to be very, very dangerous going forward. On a total team win, Will Ragg at Sports Illustrated, go. Mike Zimmer, it's always good when you believe you're a good team and you go out and show it in all three phases. Getting a win gives us some belief and proof that we can do it, end quote. And Zimmer is right, where 2 freak plays separate the Vikings from being 3-0, which is kind of sad. So the Dalvin fumble against Cincinnati, as well as, your fourth and inches coverage against Joey Burrow and Azuma. Yeah, great job there. Good defense, Zim. As well as, of course, Greg Joseph shanking that 37-yarder. But this is a very tough and good football team, and they just finally put it all together. I like that the locker room, even at 0-2, they weren't giving up. They were chipper. They weren't playing tight, but they were certainly getting after it against Seattle, and it was cathartic back in front of the fans at US Bank Stadium. I think this will carry on through the rest of the season. On Sack Daddy, Everson Griffin, Chris Thomason, go. Vikings coach Mike Zimmer on Everson. He looked good to me. He looked like the old Everson. And you're starting to see that Everson is getting more and more snaps. Obviously, he was out week 2 against Arizona after the car crash. He actually talked to the media and explained it. Like, he crashed very close to was a river or a lake, but that's dangerous, man. That is really scary stuff. But glad that Everson is back and recovered and back at it. Got a sack against Russell Wilson, and you're starting to see the snap counts. Week 1, it was more DJ Wanham and Weatherly, and then Everson is just creeping on in. I think that it's, we would obviously love to develop DJ Wanham. I think that he does have a bright future in some sort of role, but strictly getting after that ass, getting after the quarterback opposite of Daniil, that's going to be a premium spot, and Everson can still get after it in that role. And I think that you may see his snaps being amped up throughout the season. On the backup tight end situation, Sean Borman, go. Vikings coach Mike Zimmer, I do like the way Ben Ellefson's been feisty, staying on blocks. He's been a little better than Chris Herndon that way. So a slight shot at Chris Herndon, who the Vikings traded a 4th-round pick for Herndon and a 6th-rounder from the Jets. Now, people are still freaking out about this. Well, they traded a 4th-round pick. No, it's for a 4th-round pick, yes. Ideally, it's going to be a late 4th-round pick for Chris Herndon and an early 6th-round pick, because the Jets ain't going anywhere. Plus, if Herndon leaves in free agency, maybe you get a compensatory pick out of it. But Herndon is much more of a receiving tight end. He's much more in the Irv Smith type role. But Ben Ellefson, he is just a gutted out meat potatoes blocking tight end. And I think that's what the Vikings needed at the tight end 2 spot. That's why Ellison's been in there. And yeah, I'm sure that Herndon will eventually work his way in. But the fact that Ellefson's been a solid blocker, and he outsnapped Herndon 30-12 in the game against Seattle. And also Gronklin is the clear tight end 1. I mean, there's only so many snaps to go around. On Cameron Tiny Dantzler's controversy, Chris Thomason, go. Vikings coach Mike Zimmer on Cameron Dantzler's tweet after the game. He will be talked to. Yes. And Dantzler tweeting out some frustration immediately after the game and taking away from his team's big win, make it about him. But didn't Zimmer see that Dantzler explained, we have life going on outside of football, please? Please. So Dantzler is obviously frustrated. Maybe he was given some promises and assurances behind the scenes that he would play on Sunday. He didn't play any defensive snaps. He played 9 special team snaps. And the way that Bashaud Breeland has been playing out there, would like to see some Dantzler. Dantzler isn't wrong in that regard, but he's going about it in the wrong way. And he may be in Zimmer's doghouse. And as we've seen, the stay in the doghouse can be a long time. And then finally on Gronklin, Chris Thomason, go. Vikings coach Mike Zimmer on Tyler Gronklin. Tyler's doing a great job. He's doing a nice job blocking. He's a good, solid player. Yeah, Gronklin, his blocking has really come a long way in the 4 years since he's come out of Central Michigan. The former basketball player is really getting things going in the passing game as well. Had 7 catches for 70 yards and a tutty, all career highs. And I think that he is going to be a big part of this offense going forward. You saw how the Vikings like to use him in the red zone. They like to use him in 2-minute drill. And yeah, Irv Smith, yeah, big loss, massive loss. But Gronklin is now having an opportunity to shine. He's making the most of it. So that's it. That is takeaways from Zimmer's Victory Monday press conference. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull us up on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.